Have you ever pondered on the current state of our world's whale populations? Whales, these majestic giants of the sea, are facing an uncertain future. With over 80 species of whales navigating the vast oceans, their presence is far from insignificant. They are a vital part of our global ecosystem, playing a critical role in maintaining the health of our oceans and our planet as a whole. These marine mammals are not only known for their sheer size, but also for the significant role they play in carbon sequestration. When whales dive deep into the ocean, they feed on tiny organisms like krill and plankton. Upon surfacing, they release what's known as a punami, a vast excretion that is rich in nutrients. This nutrient-rich matter promotes the growth of phytoplankton, microscopic plants that absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and produce half of the world's oxygen. In this way, each whale is a powerhouse in the fight against climate change. However, it's not all smooth sailing for these oceanic titans. Many species of whales are currently listed as endangered or vulnerable. The North Atlantic right whale, for instance, has an estimated population of fewer than 400 individuals. The blue whale, the largest animal to have ever existed, has seen its population dwindle from hundreds of thousands to just a few thousand. The story is similar for many other whale species across the globe. These declining numbers are not just a cause for concern, they are an urgent call to action. Whales, as apex predators, help to maintain the balance of marine ecosystems. Their decline can trigger a domino effect, disrupting the food chain and impacting other species, including those that we humans rely on for sustenance. Unfortunately, various threats are pushing these magnificent creatures closer to extinction. Their survival is not only crucial for maintaining the health and balance of our oceans, but also for our own survival and that of future generations. The fate of whales is inextricably linked to the fate of our planet. One of the major threats whales face today is pollution. With the world's oceans serving as a dumping ground for humanity's waste, marine life, including these gentle giants, are suffering the consequences. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a whale, a creature of immense size and grace, navigating through the depths. But instead of feasting on a bounty of krill or plankton, it ingests plastic bags, mistaking them for food. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel. It's a harsh reality. Every year, thousands of whales meet their end not due to natural predators, but due to plastic pollution. And it's not just plastic. Chemical pollutants are another invisible killer. Pesticides, industrial chemicals, and heavy metals find their way into the ocean, infiltrating the food chain. Whales, as apex predators, accumulate these toxins in their bodies over time, a process known as bioaccumulation. These toxins can wreak havoc on a whale's health. They can cause reproductive issues, weaken the immune system, and even lead to death. Some pollutants can linger in the environment for decades, continuing to pose a threat long after their initial release. But it's not just about the physical health of these majestic creatures. Pollution can also disrupt their behavior. Noise pollution, for instance, interferes with their communication and navigation, causing disorientation and stress. So, what can we do? It might seem like an overwhelming problem, but each of us has a role to play. Reducing our plastic consumption, disposing of waste responsibly, and supporting regulations to limit pollution can help create cleaner, safer oceans. The plight of the whales is a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions, but it's also a call to action. By being more mindful of our consumption and waste, we can help protect these incredible creatures and the oceans they call home. But there is hope. By reducing our waste and pollution, we can make a significant difference. Let this be our mantra as we continue to delve deeper into the threats facing our planet's whales. Another significant threat to whales is hunting. This practice, ingrained in human history, has been a persistent menace to these majestic creatures. Whale hunting, or whaling, dates back to the prehistoric times and has left a lasting and devastating impact on whale populations. In the past, whales were pursued for their oil, meat, and baleen, a material used in products like corsets and umbrellas. This demand led to large-scale commercial whaling operations in the 18th and 19th centuries, pushing many species to the brink of extinction. In the present day, despite the vast improvements in technology and understanding of marine ecosystems, whaling continues. a small number of countries still participate in this controversial practice, citing reasons ranging from scientific research to cultural traditions. These justifications, while varying in their legitimacy, have led to ongoing debates and conflicts on the international stage. The International Whaling Commission, or the IWC, is the primary body regulating whaling activities worldwide. Established in the mid-20th century, the IWC introduced a moratorium on commercial whaling in the 1980s. This ban was a significant stride forward, but it's not without its challenges. Loopholes exist that allow for whaling under certain circumstances, such as scientific research or indigenous subsistence whaling. Additionally, not all countries adhere to IWC regulations, leading to unauthorized hunts that further endanger whale populations. The effectiveness of these regulations is a topic of ongoing debate. While some species have seen a rebound in their numbers, others remain critically endangered. The success or failure of these measures largely hinges on international cooperation and enforcement. Through international cooperation and stricter regulations, we can help end this cruel practice. The survival of these magnificent creatures depends on our ability to learn from the past, acknowledge the present, and change the future. The story of whales is not just about them. It's about us, our history, our choices, and our responsibility to the world we share. Climate change, a global concern, is posing new challenges for whales. This emerging threat is not one we can ignore. It's a silent adversary, creeping into the lives of these majestic creatures, disrupting their natural rhythms, and threatening their very existence. Imagine the ocean as a vast, interconnected network of life. Whales, as one of the largest creatures in this network, depend heavily on the stability of this system. But climate change is destabilizing the ocean's balance, introducing a host of problems for our aquatic friends. One of the most significant impacts is the change in sea temperatures. As the Earth's atmosphere warms, so does the ocean. This increased heat is altering the distribution and abundance of krill, the tiny shrimp-like creatures that are a crucial food source for many whale species. Without an ample supply of these little critters, whales can face malnutrition or even starvation. Moreover, changing sea temperatures can disrupt whales' migration patterns. Whales rely on specific temperature cues to guide their long-distance migrations. But as these cues become unreliable, whales may find themselves in unfamiliar and potentially dangerous waters. Then there's ocean acidification, another insidious side effect of climate change. As we pump more and more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, the ocean absorbs a large portion of it, becoming more acidic. This increased acidity can harm the microscopic organisms at the base of the ocean's food chain, which can ripple up to affect whales. And let's not forget about the potential impact on reproduction rates. Warmer waters can affect the timing of breeding and calving, potentially leading to lower birth rates among whale populations. Addressing climate change is not just crucial for our survival, but also for the survival of whales. We must remember that we share this planet with these magnificent creatures. Their fate is intertwined with ours, and their struggles are a stark reminder of the urgent need to combat climate change. These threats to whales are dire, but not insurmountable. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Whales, these magnificent leviathans of the deep, are facing multiple threats. Pollution from various sources is contaminating their habitats. Hunting, although regulated, still poses a significant threat. And the effects of climate change are altering the oceans they call home. Yet despite these challenges, there is hope. Conservation efforts are ongoing worldwide, with marine biologists, environmentalists, and even everyday citizens like you and me working tirelessly to protect and preserve these gentle giants. International regulations are being enforced to curtail hunting, and innovative solutions are being developed to combat pollution. But the fight is far from over. Each one of us has a role to play in this conservation effort. By reducing our environmental footprint, we can help slow the progression of climate change. This means making conscious choices daily, like reducing our use of single-use plastics, recycling, and opting for sustainable alternatives whenever possible. Supporting conservation organizations is another way we can contribute. These organizations carry out vital work, from research and conservation projects to lobbying for stronger environmental policies. Your donations, your time, and your voice can make a real difference. And speaking of voice, let's not underestimate the power of advocacy. By raising awareness about the threats facing whales and the importance of their survival to the health of our oceans and our planet, we can influence change. We can encourage our leaders to enact stronger environmental policies and ensure these policies are enforced. So let's not stand idle. Let's join hands in this crucial endeavor. Let's be the change we want to see. Together, we can ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures and the health of our planet.